Hi guys! First off, I'm going to apologize for the lighting. It's the morning and so I'm using like a mixture of poorly filtered natural light and artificial light, so things are a bit wonk. Secondly, for those of you that don't know, I officially quit my makeup channel because I just don't like what the makeup community has turned into, and that kind of just was the final nail in the coffin and has kind of triggered another decluttering period. I do decluttering like twice a year because I just get really fed up and frustrated with all the stuff that I have that I don't need. This being no exception, since since moving, have more disposable income, therefore kind of slipped into the old habit of buying makeup whenever I was feeling sad or when something piqued my interest but I hadn't researched it to see if I want it. So I have quite a few new additions here that I don't really need, and also a whole bunch of other stuff that I was holding on to just for the sake of having because it fit in with like my hobby. So realistically, this probably isn't going to happen, but I want to reduce to a point where I can fit everything that I use in here with the exception of like brushes, palettes, and items that are too large. So it's going to be quite a bit of an undertaking. I'm just going to start out with things that I know 100% that I am keeping just to make this a little bit more streamlined. The first one is this Milk Makeup Eye Vinyl in Bridge. I really like eyeglasses right now just because they're something that's easy to put on, that doesn't really take a whole lot of effort to do and still kind of creates an unusual and enthralling look. This can be used for like really standard boring stuff, and it can also be dressed up, so keeping that one. I am also keeping my Nars Foundation. This unfortunately is too big to fit in the thing, but who cares? It'll just sit on top. I'm also going to be keeping my Cloud Paint from Glossier in Dusk. This is very flattering on me. I really like the formula. Oh yeah, Glossier Boy Brow for sure. I think I'm going to keep both clear and black. The Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder is definitely staying. So is the Nars Pro Prime Eyeshadow Primer. I'm also going to keep the Lolita liquid lipstick from Kat Von D and the Cool Girl one from Too Faced. This one I bought for my birthday and I actually really like. I'm also going to be keeping the Glossy Birthday Balm.com. Coconut is decent. I'll keep it, but I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing it when I run out of it. I really do enjoy this coconut shadow from ColourPop, so I'm going to keep that. I'm also keeping the Hocus Pocus eyeshadow from Prestige. Also keeping this Benefit. Oop, of course, I always drop this one with the Benefit Fawn Over Me. That one is staying. It's like my favorite eyeshadow ever. Nars Laguna bronzer is staying, even though it's like slowly dying. I'll keep this holographic glitter. That's from Fantasy Makers, which is basically Wet n Wild, but like the spooky version. I'm keeping Zip from Glossier. This is one of their tinted balms or like sheer lipsticks. I really like that one. I'm keeping Leo. It's a brown. I'm keeping Like. I'm keeping Cake. I'm kind of undecided about Jam, so I'm going to put that one back for the time being. I'll keep both of the Glossier Perfecting Skin tints, even though I have the foundation. These are a lot more sheer though, so like they're more casual and easy to apply on the go. And I'm gonna keep my Winky Lux Voodoo lipstick, which is my favorite black lipstick. I'm kind of torn between these two. These are both Bite products. This one is their buttercream lipstick in Mocha, and this is their multi-stick in Almond, and they're both really similar in shade, like really similar. The only difference is that Almond is kind of a more powdery formula, whereas Mocha is a little bit more slick. Almond's also a hair deeper. Yeah, I don't know. I can use Almond various parts of my face. Technically I could use Mocha too, but it'd be a little squidgy. You know, I really both like these formulas, and the shades are really similar, but I still like them enough to keep both of them, so both of those are gonna stay. Now I think we're just kind of, oh wait, nope, never mind. I'm definitely keeping this eyeshadow from Jouer, Chocolate, definitely amazing. And at this point I think we're just kind of onto things that are nitpicky, not particularly like holy grail status, if you will. So let's see, this is Glossier Quartz Halo Scope highlighter. I've got two other ones. They're different shades. I don't need all three, that's for sure. So let's see how they stack up against each other. This one is Topaz, which is darker. I don't think I've even used this one yet. It's really pretty, but it's really dark for my skin. I don't even think I'd wear this in the summer as a bronzer, so I think I'm gonna get rid of Topaz. And this one is Moonstone. It's more of like a cool highlighter. It's a little bit lighter, but it's also, I don't know. I really like what Moonstone and Quartz have to offer, so I think I'm going to keep both of them. This blush is really cute. It's this Etude House one, and the puff's adorable, but I don't really like the formula, and the color is just definitely not me, so this is going to be rehomed. I don't really like this graphite eyeliner pencil from Glossier. It just, I don't know. I like the shade, but it doesn't do what I want it to, so I'm going to be getting rid of that. I got this Laura Mercier Eye Caviar stick with a Sephora order, and honestly, like, the shade just makes my eyes look really fucking tired. I like the formula and how it blends, but the color is just absolute trash on me, so that's going away. This is a ColourPop blotted lip, which is kind of like their response to the Glossier Generation G, and I just don't like the formula on this. The color also is off for me. I'm gonna be passing this on. This is the NYX matte lipstick in Indie Flick, and I've literally been wanting this since like 2011. Unfortunately, I hate the formula. I love the shade, hate the formula, so this is gonna get passed on. I don't like the mintbalm.com, and that's just because I don't like mint things, so that's going away. The formula's fine, I just don't like the flavor. Same with this cherry one. It's just way too artificial, and it just reminds me of taking cherry flavored antacid, and no, I'll pass. Regularbalm.com, I'll keep it until it runs out. I'll probably just keep that one in my car for moisturization emergencies. And we have Jam and Crush, the last two Generation Gs. And I don't know, I like Jam, kind of, not crazy about it. And like, I have to be in the mood to wear either of these. I think I'm just gonna pass both of them on. So I have two stretch concealers here. One's in medium, one's in light. I do like these. They're not the best concealers I've ever used, but I still like them. They have their purposes. I guess I'll keep them. I did get a shit ton of these little concealers from Benefit for my birthday. And the only one I've actually used is this Boing Hydrating Concealer. And this is basically, to me, kind of like the stretch concealers, but in stick form. But this is like a much quicker and easier to use than the other two. So I think I'm going to keep this one as well. I haven't really given any of these a chance, so I think I'm going to hold on to them for now and reevaluate later. I think I'm going to keep this Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Exposed. It's just very natural and very easy to use. The Benefit Wowder I was not wowed by, pun intended. It just looks powdery no matter what you do, even when you wet it down, and it's just, I don't like the texture of it. I don't like the way it feels on my skin. I don't like the appearance. I'm going to get rid of it along with the brush and the little brush holder that it came with. This like isn't a bad brush, but it's not one that I know that I would use. It's a little too small and too flat and too densely packed for me to use it with powder. I am going to keep the Glossier gloss. It's a really just standard, but also quite good, very thick, very glossy gloss. I'm probably not going to keep these two cloud paints. I know that I can mix them in with other ones, but like, it's not worth the effort to me. This Puff one is just way too cool and way too pink, and this Haze one is just too dark and too plummy, so I'm gonna pass those on. There's another one, but I don't know where it is in here. I really like Frenchie from ColourPop. Like, it's one of my favorite reds. I think I'm gonna hold on to that one. This Stag eyeliner from Urban Decay still seems to be doing okay, so I'm gonna keep that one. So all of these have been opened at approximately the same time, which is around like August-ish, and we're kind of coming up on the point where it'd be prudent to throw them out. I'm kind of pissed off at myself for opening so many at the same time, because that's just really wasteful. I could have staggered this out. Yeah, this one, completely unmemorable. The Bare Minerals Lash Domination, I don't really remember using it. I like the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, but I prefer their waterproof formula. This NYX color mascara I had really high hopes for, because I really like cobalt blue mascaras, but this one just did not deliver what I wanted. I literally don't even remember wearing the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. This one, which is the Mercier Big from Lancome, I kind of liked it. It was kind of more wet and it kind of stretched when you pulled it through the lashes. It was okay. I don't think I'd buy the full size because it's just ridiculously priced, and the benefit, they're real. Each time I buy a new tube of this, I just get progressively more disappointed with it, so I don't think I'm gonna repurchase this. And that means I need to go and buy a mascara soon. Hooray, because I don't have one right now. This Youngblood Cosmetics Gold Eyeliner is really fun. I need to use it more. It's just freaking flashy as hell. This Peri Para Speed Eyebrow Pencil, I really liked it when I first got it, but since then it's kind of, oh, that's through the gloss, so of course it's not gonna come out, but it's just got progressively more like dry and hard to use, and I don't really use them that much, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't really use lip tints, so the same water candy tint, which hasn't even been used, is gonna get passed on. I think I'll keep this little thing of the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I like it to kind of take down the powderiness of powders. We have ColourPop Parker. Yeah, I really don't need this. I'm already keeping two really similar shades. This one can just go find a home somewhere else. This is a black chubby shadow pencil. This can have a lot of applications. I think I'll hang on to this one even though I haven't used it yet. I have this liquid felt tip liner from Ico, which is pretty good. I'll keep it. The most recent additions into my collection were actually bought like 2 days ago, and I really wanted these Brook Candy eyeglasses from MAC when they first came out about a year ago, but I didn't have the funds to buy them when they originally came out, so I went to a cosmetics company outlet. I found them. They were like $16.25, but they were also like 40% off, so they ended up being $9 and some change, so I got both of them. I got the black one, which has a whole bunch of little blue and red glitters in it, and I also got the white one, which is just kind of opalescent. So I am going to be keeping both of these, and also the 217 brush that I bought. I've been meaning to upgrade my brushes for a long time because I've had a lot of these forever, and they're starting to kind of lose their edge. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased about this purchase. This was also like 40% off of $17.50, so it was a really good deal. I bought this Urban Decay Vice lipstick palette kind of on a whim and because it was on sale. It's got a lot of options in here, which I really like. I'm not a huge fan of the formula of potted lipsticks in general, and this is no exception. However, I think I'm going to keep it around just to kind of play with it and get to know it a little bit better, and then reevaluate later on. You know, I always keep these Naked Basics palettes around because I'm like, oh, they're matte shades and they're neutrals. They're like really usable and a good thing to have and blah, 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 blah. And you know, I just never find myself reaching for them. So if I'm gonna keep one, I should probably like determine which one that's going to be. Kind of at an impasse here because this one has better transition shades or like crease shades, which I like, but this one has like a better gauntlet of things that I could use regularly for a completed eye look. But I really like this shimmery shade here. Crap. I think I'm gonna keep the original Naked Basics one and then pass on this one because this one is just more versatile. I'm definitely keeping my Tartelette in Bloom from Tarte. I really like this. It's a warm palette, just like this one. But, you know, it's okay. I'm keeping both of these because eyeshadow palettes is kind of where I have my weakness. I'm going to keep the original Naked palette. Part of me wants to keep the Naked too because I obviously like it. I've hit pan on one of the products here. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm going to reach for the original Naked palette a little bit more. So I think I'm going to pass this on actually, which is a huge thing for me. This Naked Smoky palette I haven't really touched since I got it, but I really enjoy these jewel tones here. So I'm gonna hold on to it for now, and if I don't use it by the next time I do this, then I guess I'm just gonna have to get rid of it. And then lastly, for actual makeup, is the Subculture palette, which I bought and haven't even fucking used, but like, it's beautiful. I know a lot of people have complaints about it being fallout yet, being like really, really powdery. But we'll just cross that bridge when we get there, huh? The rest of this stuff is just various bits and bobs. I'm kind of sad that I wasn't able to find that other Glossier blush, which is kind of orangey. If I run across it, I'll keep it. Let's see, I don't need this receipt anymore. I'm going to keep my Verona color switch so I can quickly clear off my brushes. Originally I thought I was going to hate this thing, but I actually really like it for the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint, so I'll keep it. This crown brush is my preferred powder brush, keeping that. Keep this Paul palette. It's a ring and you put like goopy stuff on it so you don't get your hands all fucked up like I did mine. I'll keep that. I'll keep my eyelash curler from Tarte. This Cicapair sample of like green to skin tone foundation, I don't think I'm gonna keep it. Definitely keeping my pencil sharpener from Urban Decay. I'll keep these blotting sheets. Keeping both of these sponges. I'll keep this Luxie Pro Precision tapered brush. This is really good for using very scant amounts of powder where they're needed. I fixed this brush so many times over the years that I've had it, and I'm just fucking tired of doing it. I'm gonna toss this. This is my only like actual legitimate concealer brush, and I like the shape and I like the flexibility, but I'm just so fucking tired of dealing with it. So I'll have to find a better one somewhere. This Naked 3 brush goes with palette I don't even have anymore, so I'm going to give it to the person that rightfully deserves it. I'm going to keep this angled brush. I don't know, let's see. I think I'm going to keep both of these brushes, and I think it's just going to be easier to pick out the brushes that I don't want to keep at this point. Let's see, which one is the one that I don't like? This is the one that I don't like. So I'm going to keep this one even though it's like jacked the fuck up. And the rest of these work out just fine for me, so I guess I'm keeping the rest of this. I'm going to go and try to put everything together in a nice organized fashion, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so this is everything kind of organized-ish. This is everything that I'm keeping. That's like stuff that can be housed in here, and my makeup brushes, and we're keeping around 52 items here, including palettes, not counting brushes, and I'm getting rid of about 24, not counting brushes. So I got rid of approximately 30% of my stuff this time around, which, you know, I'm counting as pretty good because I'm not really gonna miss most of this stuff here, and it really didn't have a place in my collection. It was just clutter taking up space and making me anxious. So hooray! Now I just have to figure out what I'm going to do with this stuff. So yeah, next up I'm going to be tackling all of my like other cosmetics, so like skincare, hair care, all that fun stuff. That one's going to be quite the undertaking, but I just thought I'd start out with something like easy that I've done a million times before that's not gonna get me all stressed out. So hooray! Yay for decluttering.